He caused 3 children to burn to death with his own hands, but the police did not charge him. They even tried to comfort him. The man felt completely dead inside. When the officer was not paying attention, he snatched the officer's service weapon. He pointed the gun at himself and kept pulling the trigger. He wanted to end his own life to pay for what he had done. That night, the 3 children he accidentally burned to death were his own. The night before, Lee was drinking and laughing with his friends at a party. They kept going until 2 in the morning, and no one wanted to leave. His wife was worried they would wake the children, so she held back her frustration and asked the guests to leave. After his friends left, Lee still wanted to keep drinking, so he decided to go to the store for more alcohol. Before he left, he had just added more wood to the fireplace. But after stepping outside, he could not remember if he had closed the fireplace screen. He took the risk and did not take it seriously. When he came back, sharp police sirens were cutting through the night. He saw the entire house swallowed by flames. His wife was crying in agony, and their 3 children were trapped in the attic. He stood there frozen, holding the diapers he had just bought for his youngest son. The fire burned until dawn. Firefighters carried 2 black bags out of the ruins. Inside were the daughters they loved so much. Their youngest son had been reduced to ashes. Lee felt like his whole world had collapsed. His wife was carried into an ambulance. He wanted to say something, but she did not want to hear any explanation. The fire did not just destroy their home. It also destroyed his right to keep living as a father. Lee told the police everything and begged them to charge him. He wanted to face punishment, even if it meant spending the rest of his life in prison. But the police did not punish him. Instead, they tried to comfort him gently.
Look, Lee, he made a horrible mistake, like a million other people did last night. I'm not gonna crucify you. It's not a crime to forget to put the screen on the fireplace.
Every word of comfort felt like a dull knife slowly pushing into his chest. He believed he deserved to die for what he had done, but no one would call him guilty. To him, being forgiven was more cruel than death. From that day on, he lived like a walking corpse. His wife had already left him. He moved to Boston and started doing maintenance work. No one cared about his past, and no one understood the pain he was carrying. Every day, he fixed pipes and unclogged toilets. He earned a small paycheck and worked like a machine with no feelings. He did not get close to anyone, and he never explained himself. Customers thought he was rude, and his boss thought he was trouble. He did not care. A beautiful woman flirted with him, but he had no reaction. But when 2 men argued in a bar, he rushed over and started a fight. He knew they had done nothing wrong. He just wanted someone to beat him. He wanted someone to punish him, as if they could extend his sentence. Back in the basement, he collapsed on the couch like he was half dead. He dragged himself through another day in despair and numbness. Until one day, he got a call saying his older brother was dying. He rushed back to Manchester, but he did not make it in time to see his older brother one last time.
Hey, Lee.
Is he dead?
I'm sorry, Lee. He passed away about an hour ago.
Lee still responded coldly, as if coldness was the only way to hide the panic inside him. The doctor took him to see his older brother's body. The man who had taken care of him since childhood was lying there quietly, no longer able to speak. Lee tried hard to hold back his emotions, but his numb face still showed signs of breaking. He had to tell his nephew Patrick what had happened. Patrick was in the middle of a hockey match. The moment he saw his uncle show up, he lost control. He slammed into another player on purpose and started fighting. The coach tried to stop him, but Patrick snapped back at him too.
What's that?
Fuck my fucking ass.
All right, you're out. Chandler, you're benched.
All right. Ask me if I give a shit.
What was that?
His teammate explained that Patrick acted that way because seeing his uncle meant something might have happened to his father. For a child raised by a single father, that kind of news would be devastating. He only gave a quick look, then walked away pretending he did not care. Back home, he asked Lee if his girlfriend could stay over that night. Lee stayed silent. His own life was already a mess, so he had no answer to give. Soon, a lawyer brought his older brother's final wishes. All of the property was left in Lee's name. His older brother wanted Lee to become Patrick's guardian, move back to Manchester, and start life over. Lee thought it was absurd. He could not even take care of himself. How could he possibly take care of his nephew? Memories from the past came flooding back again. His older brother had once brought Patrick to visit him. When his older brother saw the empty room, he wanted to buy him some furniture. Lee got annoyed and drove his older brother away.
Let's go get some furniture.
Get off my back.
His older brother did not get angry. Later, he still bought the furniture for him. Now the only family member who truly cared about him was gone too. The inheritance also included a fishing boat. The engine was broken and the repair would cost a lot of money. Lee wanted to sell it and take Patrick back to Boston. Patrick strongly refused. George offered to look after the boat, and Patrick could stay at his house on weekends. Lee asked George if he could become Patrick's guardian instead. George hesitated and said he already had too many children at home to take care of another one long term. Patrick refused to move to Boston. He had a home, friends, a team, and a girlfriend in Manchester. To him, Boston meant nothing but a basement and a low-paying job. He did not understand why they had to leave. Lee did not explain. That night, he got a call from his ex-wife. Randy said she was sorry about his older brother's death and hoped to attend the funeral. For a brief moment, Lee felt a little hope, but that hope shattered almost instantly.
How are you?
I don't know, how are you?
I don't know. We're doing pretty well. I should probably tell you, I'm pregnant.
Randy said she was pregnant and could finally have a normal life. Lee paused for a moment. Then he forced out a congratulations and hung up. That night, there was no way he could sleep. On the day of his older brother's funeral, Patrick was busy greeting people. Lee stood there like a block of wood. His ex-wife came with her husband, who seemed like a decent man. The two of them hugged without saying a word. They had so much tangled up inside, but neither of them could speak. After the funeral, Lee brought up moving to Boston again. Patrick was furious and explained that he did not want to leave the life he knew, but Lee's answer left him feeling powerless.
I gotta go to sleep. Good night.
Patrick wanted to find something to eat, but frozen chicken fell all over the floor. He tried to calmly put everything back, but the freezer door would not close. That sudden little problem broke through all of his pretending.
Okay.
I think there's something wrong with me.
What are you like? What? Are you sick?
I don't know.
Patrick hid in his room and cried hard. Lee kicked the door open. He could not understand why one freezer door could make Patrick fall apart like this. Patrick cried and said that when he thought of his father lying there like that frozen chicken, alone in a freezer, he just could not control himself anymore. Lee froze. He did not know how to comfort him. All he could do was stay in the room and wait for Patrick to calm down. That kind of pain feels like swallowing broken glass. Your mouth is full of blood, but you cannot spit it out. Lee went back to Boston to pack and decided to stay with Patrick in Manchester for a while. He casually threw his things into boxes. But the photos of his 3 children were the one thing he could not let go of. They also made it impossible for him to accept that he was still alive. He once thought leaving Manchester would make the pain lighter, but time never gave him the chance to forget. Patrick wanted to repair his father's fishing boat. The engine cost too much, and Lee originally could not afford it. He took Patrick to the basement and tried to find a way to pay for the repair.
Are you gonna shoot you and me?
You know what these things are worth?
No.
You wanna try and sell them? We got a second-hand motor for the boat?
Patrick finally smiled. When the boat was running again, he took his girlfriend out on the water. He taught her how to steer and how to handle the waves. The boat rocked hard. Lee got nervous, but Patrick kept it steady. Seeing how this young man could still recover, Lee smiled too. But for a man who had carried pain for half his life, even a smile could still come with thoughts of death. On the way back, he wanted to give them some time alone. But just as he turned the corner, he ran into his ex-wife. Seeing that the baby had already been born, Lee forced himself to stay calm. But inside, he had already fallen apart. But his ex-wife started telling him what she had been holding inside.
I've said a lot of terrible things to you. But I know you never. But I don't have to carry. I said things that I should fucking burn in hell for what I said to you.
No,
It was just.
No, Randy, no.
I'm just sorry.
I can't.
I love you.
He could not accept his ex-wife's forgiveness, so all he could do was run away. While everyone else was trying to climb out of the pain, he was still stuck in the same place. He went to a bar and drank to numb himself. A stranger only bumped into him, but he immediately started a fight. 4 men surrounded him and beat him down. Luckily, George came and got him out of it. When he woke up, George's wife comforted him and treated his wounds. Lee finally broke down and cried like a child. After he got home, he tried to cook something, but he forgot to turn off the stove, and the smell of burning filled the room. Half asleep, he thought he heard his children calling for him.
Daddy. Daddy.
Yes, honey.
Can't you see me burning?
No, honey. You're not burning.
The thick smoke almost choked him, and the fear dragged him back to that night years ago. He could not bear to imagine how helpless and desperate his children had been back then. That same night, he drove back to George's house, afraid he might hurt the people around him again. A few days later, he told Patrick that he had decided to leave Manchester. George decided to take Patrick in, and the property would be transferred to George as well. Patrick seemed calm, but he still wanted his uncle to stay. Lee wanted to stay too, but he could not go back to the person he used to be.
They're really glad to have you. They
I know,
love
I
you.
know. I mean, they're great, but why can't you stay?
I can't beat it.
Patrick suddenly started crying, and Lee stepped forward to hold him. Winter passed and spring came. His older brother was finally buried, and the property was handed over to George. Lee returned to Boston and continued living with his pain. He would never be able to move on from the deaths of his 3 children. People told him to let it go, but those 3 small graves were already buried deep in his heart. Not every ending comes with redemption. Time does not fix everything. Some wounds only grow deeper with the years. Life has to go on, but for Lee, going on is the longest punishment of all.